Hi everyone, and welcome to Conversion Analytics Week. My name is John Lovett. I'm a consultant, an author, and a public speaker, but I'm also on the board of directors for the Web Analytics Association, and that's what I'd like to talk to you about today. The WAA is actually a group of practitioners, consultants, and vendors that work to promote the digital analytics industry. Really, our goals are to promote education, research, and standards for digital analytics. And really, to us, digital analytics is all things that can be measured, whether it's a website, a social media property, really things that are digital. We're working to measure those things and help consumers as well as businesses to understand the effects of that. So at the WAA, one of the things that we do is continually, every year, do an Outlook survey. And we ask our member base what they think's coming or what they're doing today in terms of analytics and digital measurement. And really there's three key trends that we see looming on the horizon for 2011. And these are actually all big things. The first trend, which is very exciting to us, is that analytics finally has a line item on the budget. Of our member base that we surveyed, 97% said that they were going to be either holding steady on their budgets for analytics or actually increasing their analytics budgets this year in 2011. 20% actually said that they were going to increase by one quarter said they were going to increase by 20% or more. So that's great to see. Finally, we're getting dollars allocated and earmarked for analytics. The next big trend that we're seeing for 2011 is integration. How are companies bringing together digital data sets to get a better understanding of what's happening with their organizations, how consumers are interacting with their brands, and really to get a bigger understanding of how these data sets come together. That's one of the big challenges and big opportunities, frankly, for 2011. And then the third light item there is we're seeing the hot buzzwords are social media and mobile analytics. Everyone's trying to get their arms around what's happening with these two things. How do we measure social, and really what are the next big trends in mobile analytics? And really we found, one of the things that we found from our survey was 65% of the individuals that we surveyed said that they were working to build out KPIs for their social media metrics. So really trying to figure out how to understand these new and emerging properties like social and mobile, and how do you make sense of that to your business? The next big thing we asked about is how are organizations using analytics within their companies today? And really one of the things that we found is about 75% said that they were using analytics to look backwards, to find out what happened in the past, how well did they perform in their marketing campaigns or their digital initiatives. And that's great. That's been around for a long time, looking backwards. The most encouraging thing is that 80% of companies that we surveyed said they're also looking forward with their web analytics. They're using analytics for optimization, for modeling, to do predictive analysis, to figure out what's going to happen in the future. And this is a big change, because previously it was all backdated. It was all looking backwards to see what happened. And now data is really a conduit for learning and for powering marketing technologies, for powering marketing initiatives to be able to look forward and to see what's going to happen. And not surprisingly, when we looked at where analytics sits within different organizations, we found that 34% have analytics within their marketing departments. And then another 25% had it in their business intelligence units. Only 10% of companies that we surveyed have analytics in their IT groups. But this is all relative. Really, using data to power marketing, to power more intelligent interactions with customers is becoming a priority for most businesses. So regardless of where it sits within your company, making sure that the data has an impact that's going to really transcend all of the operations, whether it's marketing, whether it's finance, whether it's human resources, really looking at data across the breadth of your organization is an important factor to focus on in this coming year. The next thing we looked at is the tools that practitioners are using today for analytics. And one of the things that we did find is that 61% of companies that we surveyed are actually using multiple tools. So in a lot of instances, they're using free web analytics tools along with paid solutions. But in addition to that, what I also see in my consulting and in my experience is that businesses will bring in many, many other tools. You've probably got a tool for email. You've got a tool for some of your automated marketing efforts. You've got tools for social media. We've got lots of tools today to collect data and help us to understand the effectiveness of our initiatives that we're putting out there to consumers. And really, this is becoming one of the primary reasons why integration is so important, because we've got this proliferation of tools, all these tools coming together, producing different types of data sets, and really being able to bring them together to get that big picture of customer behavior is one of the big things that we're seeing that companies are struggling with as they go forward. So when we asked our member base at the WAA, what's plaguing you with analytics this year? What are the things that are really you're striving to improve? We found that actionability of the data. So getting data and the ability to take action upon it was the primary challenge for members within our WAA organization. Next to that is getting to business decisions. So really the ability to take data and make decisions based on that was the second challenge that most practitioners of web analytics are facing today. And then, of course, social media is up there again. How do we make sense of all this social media activity that's going on, and really what do we do with that? But it wasn't just the challenges or the problems that they discussed with us. We also looked at solutions. How are they resolving these challenges? And one of the things that we found is that 70% of our members that we surveyed are prioritizing data-driven decisioning. So they're really working to be able to understand from their organizations what pieces of data they need to make effective business decisions and really to move the needle on their primary corporate objectives and goals. In addition to that, 61% told us that they were working to act on the data. So they wanted to be able to take that data and make decisions on it. And really, for me, that comes down to having effective measures of success. If you know what you're trying to measure and know what you're trying to work towards, that makes acting on the data all that much more easy to accomplish because you can drive your constituents and you can drive the stakeholders within your organization to take action on those metrics that you produce. And then, of course, implementing best practices. We found that 46% of our members really were looking to get a hold of the best practices that were happening within the industry and really to take advantage of that. So, one of the things, while organizations said they were doing all this, to me, the real proof is in the money. So we asked them, what are you spending your dollars on? I said earlier that every company, or at least many of the companies that we surveyed, are earmarking dollars for analytics. And one of the things that we found is that 50% are actually working towards data integration. So you've got all these tools, trying to bring all this information together to get that holistic view of your organization is a priority, and companies are spending money on that. In addition to that, others are adding, 40% are adding additional tools. So whether it's a social listening tool, whether it's a data integration project that they're working on, tools to get there, really they're spending money on these types of things. So the good news is, while staffing still remains low for these things, on average, our organizations have just one full-time employee. They're spending money in the right places. They're working to train their existing staff to be able to gain those best practices and really take advantage of data and analytics to be able to use them to improve their businesses. So thank you very much. I'm John Lovett, and have a great week, everyone.